Welcome. Welcome. I just wanted to come on here and we hit 100 subscribers, man. We hit 100 subscribers. I think it's just a blessing in a disguise about even something that's for multiple creators probably just as meaningless as possible, but just to me it means everything. And I wanted to come on here and discuss one very important thing. And if anyone's been watching my content in the past, you can see I've been playing Skyrim. I've been playing it a lot. I've been really into it, and stuff has, I don't know, it's hooked me like no other game has. And you know that I've never touched Skyrim, man. I did. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did touch it probably by like 2012. I was like in school, and maybe if I really remember, I probably didn't even get like, I don't remember. I remember fighting one dragon, and that was it. And then I stopped after you face your first dragon. I think it was the one where you go to the tower and you have to like defend the Whiterun and everything. Other than that, did not touch the game, and I wanted to come on here and speak my opinion. You might not like the opinion, you might love the opinion. I just wanted to give an opinion of a person like me that has never touched the game ever, almost, and that touched it in 2024. And there's going to be, I'd say, 7 points that I would like to make. You can obviously go through and cut through each point and see which one, piques your interest. But I have 7 points that I'd like to bring up of why it's still worth playing Skyrim in 2024. You're about to find out why. All right, so as a first-time player of Skyrim, I found myself in a world that not only has stood the test of time. I mean, we're talking over a decade, man. But continues to really draw people in, new and veterans, across the entire world, to be honest with you. And while many of its elements are well known, because a game like this, it's been torn apart, put back together, torn apart, put back together. Experiencing it firsthand made me realize just how impressive and immersive this game is, even without the mods that eventually came in and really shook up what this game is. From the vast landscapes to the intricacy of its quests, this is why Skyrim remains an essential experience for both newcomers and seasoned veterans. All right, so our first topic is endless gameplay possibilities. One of the first things that really struck me was the amount of content that Skyrim really offers, just without even the mods. The game doesn't just offer a linear story, it presents an open world playground where you can really create your own path. And the mods really expand that 10 times fold. I've seen a lot of different mods that people use that either extend a certain quest line or create an entire differently new one on it, even on a whole different island. They created their own and made a story, characters, and even like it literally was a standalone game put into Skyrim. So obviously there are, in the regular Skyrim, there's obviously paths to choose. You have your main quest line, you have factions, Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, or you can just simply wander and find a quest. You're bound to run into one and you don't even know when you would run into it. I found myself so many times walking across Skyrim to go do a quest, and I'd run into somebody else that needed a quest done. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's that in depth. This freedom that makes every playthrough unique is what really draws people into this game and keeps them drawn in. You have so many different ways, unique ways that you yourself could play. Now, there obviously might be a meta or a better way to play the game, easier way to play the game. And some people like that. And some people like the more challenging or odd ways to play the game, you know, like a stealth archer. I had that brought up to me multiple times about a stealth archer, of how easy it is to play the game as a stealth archer. You could also be a powerful mage, you're just a regular two-handed, one-handed warrior. It really accommodates any playstyle and any build that you do as in Skyrim. Number 2 of why Skyrim is really good: stunning, timeless graphics. Now, I'm not meaning the regular old Skyrim graphics that came out in 2011. No, you could definitely tell that there is some age there. What really stands out to me is how much time these mods really bring the light today. It's a shining light in the darkness. How much time these people put into creating an overhaul of graphics. If you don't know about these graphic overhauls, go check them out for yourselves. They're absolutely stunning, and they change the way Skyrim looks, from NPCs to, you know, lush forests, snowy caps. It doesn't even look like it would come out in 2011. Now there's like 4K graphic overhauls where it truly looks stunning. I've seen if you go on TikTok, there are multiple people doing 4K overhauls of Riften, Solitude, creating absolutely gorgeous backgrounds and gorgeous experiences when you go into a modded overhaul graphics. So I know we've been talking about points, and the whole graphics overhaul really portrays to my next third point, which is mods enhance every aspect of this game. One of the most amazing things that I saw in Skyrim, and it's not the game itself is amazing, but as a first-time player going on live or making videos and posting them, I've seen people, first thing they did was they congratulated me on playing Skyrim for the first time, and they also, what they do, recommend mods. Could immediately feel the impact of the mods that improved, from visuals to gameplay mechanics. The high definition texture packs, like I said back in the other point, breathtaking. I'm not even gonna lie, breathtaking. They're crazy how much a simple, high definition, even a revamp. For my first playthrough, all I did was just a revamp on, updating the graphics that were already in the game. And you go back and look at 2011 to those revamped graphics, you're like, what the heck? Models, not modules. I can't even speak English. Character models. You could literally make yourself look however you want. I mean, you could do it back in the day, but it was strictly how the game engine worked. But with mods, you want to be Master Chief? Go ahead. You want to be a human dragon? Go ahead. I mean, the mod scene just, I don't know. You could do whatever you wanted to do. Whatever your little brain could think of, it was a mod, and you could play it. I mean, I couldn't even. I mean, there's complete overhauls for the game system. So even how the game played originally, there were even overhauls to enhance the game, like running animations. I can't even think of all of them. There's running animations, looting animations. It gives you how to loot. It makes it easier to loot, because I know that was one of the big things that was struggled with the base game, was you could accidentally pick something up that was right next to something that you wanted to pick up, or it could be something that was that you wanted to get, that you could get, but right next to it, it was something that was stealable. And once you pick it up, you're fucked. I mean, there's no way around it. The whole town is like, get that motherfucker. So the mods really made it more enjoyable to play, as it was already enjoyable to play. So it's like you get a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 game, and you put mods on it. Now that's like, it could go as high as you want, over 10, just depending on your imagination of how much stuff your PC could handle. I mean, mods your PC could handle putting it onto that game without breaking it, or breaking the game. So I mean, it's just readily available as well. Like, you go on Nexus, download a few mods, put it on there, boom, load it up. It's like, you're not like a modder, you're just downloading it and then playing it. So yeah, modding, I could go on forever about modding. So we're just gonna move on. All right, number 4, engaging in diverse quests. I know some quests were put a little bit more in depth than others. Especially I know everyone's going to say it. The sneaking into the embassy, the Thalmor embassy, that quest had so much depth to it than I'd seen any other quest for. So yeah, some quests did have more attention towards it than others. I feel like when you get a game as big as this many quests, it's hard to put that much depth into each quest. But I feel like they did an immaculate job with the diversity of the quests, what you got to do, how engaging they are. And I'm gonna say it again, strike me down. The mods really changed this one as well, man. There are mods. The Indigo mod, it's just a companion. I saw so many people using that mod. He interacts with quests, the environments, with you, and it makes just the entire game more immersive, more like, hey, let's keep playing. Come on. This guy, that's my favorite mod, Indigo. Like, you could just download him, put some graphic overhauls. He's the best companion, hands down, best companion. So it would be an understatement to not point out the diversity of these mods in every aspect. But I mean, in every town, village, dungeon, it hides stories that are just waiting there for you to discover it. I mean, obviously, you have the Dark Brotherhood that you happen to run into. You happen to run into a kid. Hey, I need you to do something for me. Boom, you're in that whole story quest. I mean, you got the Daedra, the whole Daedra princes. I got the whole quest line for that. You got the whole quest line for the Thieves Guild. I mean, you got so many long quest lines that take time to get through, and they're everywhere. And it's just if the quests weren't that diverse or that engaging, I don't know how anyone would get through the game, because that right there is a pillar. I mean, all of these are pillars, but that one right there is a strong pillar, because you need something engaging and something diverse to keep you wanting to go through the quest or finding another quest, because of how it draws you in. Point number 5, and I know these Elder Scroll veterans are gonna already know this has been in most of their games. I've done my research. I know, I've seen the other games. They always do this, but they always have a massive detailed map. That's like they like to do a massive handcrafted map. That's Bethesda's, like, that's one of their pillars. That's what they do. So when it came to Skyrim, people who knew Bethesda knew that it was going to be a massive map. I did not know that. I knew it was going to be big, but I didn't know how detailed it was going to be. Of how, like, where they put these quests and where they put random things that you might run into. Somebody might not ever run into it. Like, under College of Winterhold. Did not even think that somebody would be going under the College of Winterhold. No, there was shit to pick up there. Yeah, I did not know that somebody would be out there in the middle of nowhere under the College of Winterhold, but they thought of it. So yeah, it's not only huge, but it's packed with variety. The map is diverse, from geography to culture. I mean, you got the cold Nordic tundras of Whiterun. As a first-time player, I couldn't help it, but I got lost a lot. Not because I didn't use them, not because I could have looked at the map, obviously, but lost mentally, because I would go and just explore, which in some games, especially with a game like Skyrim, you don't like, you want to get to the quest that you're wanting to do, because it might have a certain reward or something that you might need to get done to progress. But me, dude, I was out there in the middle of nowhere, picking up quests left and right, going through dungeons, ran into vampires, didn't even know there was vampires in the game, just ran into them. Yeah. I would literally stumble upon abandoned places, and I couldn't help myself. I would get sidetracked stream after stream. And maybe that's just my ADHD talking, but yeah, there's not much you could really say about Skyrim's design. I mean, their game design was to encourage exploration, which there are some games out there that do that, yes, but none do it quite well as this game, man. It really throws yourself out there, and it's like, here you go, and it encourages you to do it. Now, I might be wrong. If I am wrong, definitely comment in the video below. But 0.6 of a first-time player, I'm not saying anything bad about any other game. This is just my experience playing Skyrim. But the 6 point is the RPG elements. What do I mean by RPG elements? Just the mechanics that go into it. Like the skill trees, like that. that was great. I love the way that they did that, using the constellations as your skills. And there's so many skills, man. There's so many skills for a game that came out in 2011. They thought of a lot of skills in it. I feel like, I might be wrong, I feel like a lot of games that I see currently, in current day, use a lot of those skills in their RPG elements. Um, but I don't know a lot of games that use skill trees like that. Like I know there are skill trees like built into the HUD and stuff when you go into your menus and stuff, but that one is just, it really, really kept you immersed into it. Not just a menu where you click plus or click minus, type of thing. So I thought that was really, really, really well designed. You got to give it, you got to give it the test of the time. Yes, this game came out in 2011. But if you're playing, just imagine playing the game in 2011. No mods. Because obviously when 2011 came out, they didn't have mods on it. The gameplay, your actual gameplay attacking was kind of bare bones. That kind of made it lackluster. It did have some cool kill animations. Did not know that they had that in the game, but cool kill animations. Did appreciate that. Camera did kind of get wonky when I did it with two dragons. Sometimes it just depends on where I was at. But like I said, I mean the main reason why this game has stood the test of time. I'm beating a dead horse, but mods. Yeah, if you go on any like Nexus and you go onto gameplay mods, you'll find that there are so many mods that go specifically into how the game plays, running wise, attack, sneak, riding horses, you name it, it's there. So yes, the original game design of how attacking works, running, jumping, does seem kind of outdated. That's probably the biggest, I'd say that's the biggest like noticeable thing of Skyrim is its gameplay. Came out in 2011. I mean, you got to give it some granted. Like, yes, the gameplay. I mean, you just gotta give it. Cut it a break, man. Cut it a break. I'm tripping over my words. Cut me a break and cut the game a break. If you ever do play Skyrim, I recommend, please, if y'all all, especially these modern people, that's either never touched Skyrim or it's been years since you've played Skyrim, please download mods specifically for enhancing the gameplay. Attacking, defending, sneaking, running, jumping. I would definitely go with those because that's the only thing that really has not stood the test of time as everything else. All right, so number 7, I've saved one of my favorites for the last. The immersive soundtrack. God. Dude, I don't know who. I know who. I'm not saying I don't, because I already went and listened through all of them. But, oh my God, Jeremy Soule, he's God's gift when it comes to sitting down and making this soundtrack, because you're talking making it immersive. I can be immersed into anything if I played this soundtrack. This soundtrack is literally like, if it was my choice, it would be platinum or like diamond. Like this, it sets the tone everywhere you go. From like the bards just singing their songs. Yes, it can be repetitive, and yes, there's other, but just the soundtrack, man, the soundtrack. Oh man, as you're just walking through the forest, going on an adventure, and that soundtrack kicks on. Oh, I just nutted in my pants. Like that right there, his soundtrack will live on through me, because I will be playing that as background music if I'm ever just cleaning the house. Like that is that good. It is that good. I'll put that shit and go to sleep. I can't. All right, so everyone's here. This is why everyone's here. I mean, why is Skyrim worth playing today? Even after more than a decade since its release, Skyrim remains an unparalleled experience. You won't find a game like Skyrim. You'll find games similar, maybe even better. You never know. All opinion based. This is just my opinion. You might not agree with my opinion. But there might be games better, there might be games worse, but there is not a game like Skyrim. It has not been replicated since it came out. Maybe I tripped over my words, but you know what I mean. So, if you're a seasoned veteran and you already know what I'm talking about, maybe it's time for you to go back and play Skyrim. Maybe it's time to get lost in that game one more time. If you're new, I'd say there's no better time than now. There's rich storytelling, great mods, an amazing game, amazing world. You can get lost for hours. I mean, even if you have a friend, say you're on Steam and you have a friend that has the game and is willing to share the game with you, do it. If you don't feel like spending $60, if you feel like spending $60, totally worth it. Get the what's the latest edition? I can't remember what it's called. Not legendary. I have my buddy lended me the special edition. So the anniversary edition. The anniversary edition. I mean, it literally comes with the base game, all 3 DLCs that come with it, and the entire mod menu that's Bethesda made. All the mods that came on there are readily available and all there for you. So, I mean, there's so much content. That's, I mean, just get it. Just fight the urge. Get lost for 100 hours or so. I mean, 100 hours. I feel like that's worth $60. If not, see if a buddy who has it, or see if somebody that does is close to you, a family member that has it, and have them game share it to you. Steam does that, and Steam doesn't care. I'd say give it a shot. And maybe if you really do it, enjoy it, maybe you get it for yourself. But I think that's been it for me, guys. I hope y'all do enjoy this video. If y'all do, hit the like, hit the sub, comment down what's your favorite pillar, I'd say, that's stood the test of time in Skyrim, and explain to me any other things that really, that I didn't cover that you wanted me to say. Put them in the comments down below and I'll definitely read them over. But I'll see you on the next video, guys. Peace.